going on, guys? It's do-rag season. It's morning time and I just finished reading. I'm studying this really cool book. Just got it. Candace got it for me for Father's Day, which that was really nice for her, but it's an awesome book already. I just barely started it today because I just finished another book yesterday, but right now I'm actually taking a class online. These are things that I do in the morning that I definitely focus on just right after I wake up, just because I think learning and reading and all kinds of stuff like that is really good for self-development, and I would definitely encourage all of you guys to do that. But like you guys see in today's video, I am going to be giving myself a really sharp lineup. I definitely need it. My hair is wolfing quite a bit and my hair is getting really long. I want to do a length check today as well, just to see how long my hair is, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, I'm just going to finish up a few classes right now and then let the day grow a little bit before we actually get into me, doing this whole fresh lineup, because I want it to be really clean, very sharp. I'm not going to be doing a fade today. I might touch it up a little bit if I feel it's necessary, but I think the lineup is going to do the work for me. So guys, give this video a thumbs up and we'll get right into it. Alright y'all, came outside so that I can take off my do-rag and I can show you guys everything that's going on. I did wake up, take off my do-rag and brush my hair for a little bit this morning, just because I had my do-rag on all day yesterday. And with that being said, usually if I sleep and my do-rag kind of moves around a little bit, my hair will be all over the place. So I just took it off, brushed everything down again, and then recompressed everything with the do-rag, which is most likely what I'm gonna do maybe after I give myself a lineup. But I just want to unrag real quick so you guys can see everything. Everything is coming together really nice. I would like to get another fade really soon, just because it would tie everything in really nice. To be honest, I think that my hairline is looking a little bit better now that I've kind of trained my hair right here to lay down. But I'll show you guys a quick 360 of what everything is looking like. You can obviously see the waves coming in. The biggest thing right now is just working on connections because they're all fairly new. I could definitely say that everything started transforming about a week ago, so it's all, it's all brand new, like I said. One thing I was telling you is all this hair usually stands up. It'll curl up right there, but it's been laying down a whole lot better with this new set of waves after I scalped everything. But yeah, I think one thing that I would love to see is just all my connections looking really good. Let's actually head inside. I'm gonna set you guys up and then we're just gonna go through the lineup. I think I'm gonna start with lining up the back first. So I'm just gonna do behind the ear and down here and all around there, and then start going in with the top hairline. I'm gonna make it really sharp. Alright guys, so I'm going to be using my Andis T outliners, and I have them skeleton and zero gapped. You don't necessarily have to do this, but it does make it a lot easier. And to be honest, like my gapping has adjusted quite a bit. I should probably tighten my tension on here as well, but should still get the job done. First things first, take off the glasses because I don't want to get them dirty. But you guys, I'll just be using a mirror, and I'm not going to brush this because what happens when I brush my hair, it will tend to curl, just because that's what brushing does. It kind of like curls and lays down at the same time for me based on my hair type, and I'm almost positive it does that for everybody. But I'm going to be using a mirror, and I'm just going to knock out the back first, which I can actually brush that down because that won't curl up. I'm going to be using this is a Wavy Merch medium brush, and this is one of my favorite brushes. So you can probably see my waves a little bit right here. Everything's coming in. And 360s though, man. Okay, so I'm just brushing back here. Cool thing about wolfing is I just know that with the lineup, my hair is gonna seem super sharp, just because, dang, I'm barely seeing this for the first time how like dipping I am, The lineup's gonna seem super sharp just because my hair is so thick and dark. So let's just take it step for step. This is probably the hardest part, just because I'm going behind the ear. So just know that when it comes to doing this back end, and it's always tricky because like for me, I have this bone right here. So it's like trying to accomplish making it look straight with that bone. But the biggest thing is don't rush it. Just kind of ease into it. Tell you one thing, this is like the first time I've ever like went this low with lining up this part, because it's usually way up here from when I either do a taper fade or anything. But you can see all the oils on my neck. Not the oil, but the yeah, blade oil lubricant for the razor. I'm gonna wipe that off. But I do know when you have that on there, makes everything come out so much more clean and sharp. Still need to touch it up. By the looks of it though, like, well, yeah, I can keep my neck hair there, or like this hair down here. Looks okay, just looks kind of weird because of that, you know, it comes way down here. I might touch it up, but we'll see. Now I'm just doing the same thing on this side. This side's a little bit easier because it's my right hand. So a trick that I like to do, I'll tell you guys with my clippers off, is I like to obviously tap where the line is, but then at some points I like to lay down the clipper, or the whatever you want to call them. I'll lay it down and then I'll move my way up into the hair and then hit that line. Just like that. Because then it's easier to gauge where I'm going versus like kind of hitting aimlessly. Cool. So you guys can see, got that side, and then I got this side over here. And you always want to like move your head to make sure that it looks right in every angle, so it's not like you're shaping it up with your head turned all the way this way and you come back and it's like bent. So you always want to make sure it's right. Might as well just hit really quick this part right here. And I'm only brushing down the hair that is short because I don't want to brush down the front of my hairline, because that'll start to like stand up if I do. And this is only applying if you have waves, because if you don't have waves, then it's like brush all your hair then go in for it. And this is one of those things to where you're probably thinking, why would you not brush it down? Because once you do it and then you wear your do-rag and you're thinking once you start brushing it, it's going to come out looking crooked or uneven. This is one of those hairlines or something that you want to do. Say you're going to an event, this is a hairline that you want to do because it's going to be a fresh hairline. Say after you do it, you put on some hairspray and it's going to stay, or whatever you want to put on your hair. You don't have to put hairspray. I've done it before and it just makes everything look a whole lot better. It holds everything down. It just makes everything look really clean. Some of my Instagram photos, I've used it of using the hairspray after doing a lineup, and you guys can tell the difference big time. So like I said, I'm just going to do right above the ears real quick, because this is a crucial part. One thing that does help on the rounded areas is to hit with the blade kind of on your skin at an angle like this. You can go straight up because it's cutting that hair that's standing out. So I'll show you right here in this part. Much better. Dang, but everything is coming in clean. Man, it'd be so sick if I could actually grow a beard. Like, you can see my hair coming in, but I'm gonna shave it today. Just because it's not trying to connect anywhere for some reason. Alright guys, moment of truth. This is the best part. Yeah, but I always start from the middle and I work my way out. Now the biggest thing that you want to do with waves, or if you have overhang on your head, check where your actual hairline is. Just because you don't want to push it back too far. In some cases you don't want to push it back at all. I'm going to clean my blade because when you clean your clippers, it kind of cuts a little bit better. I am going to add some more, what is this called? Blade oil. I'm just adding it in. What this does is it just makes everything cut so much smoother. Even if you leave oil on your head, if you're cutting your own hair, it's okay. Obviously, if you're cutting like a client or something, you probably don't want to lather it too much up with oil because then I have a bunch of oil on their head. But here we go. I always start from the middle. I don't like starting from the edge. Hairline starts about right here. So you can see how defined that just hit right there. Now I'm just moving in the direction, but you can see how my hairline is not that sharp right here. Just going to make it sharp. But it's literally just like, you know, coloring or drawing, staying within the lines. And if you mess up, I mean, your hair can always grow back. That's the cool thing about it. Now I'm just gonna move. So you can see how things sharpened up a bit. There's like this weird bump right here. It's just because of my waves. But I mean, if I'm looking straight on, it goes away a bit. So I'm gonna trim that down a little bit. Okay, now moving to the left side. Clean off the blade. And what I've noticed is with your hair being a little thicker, because with my hair it's really thick right now, adding oil just every now and then helps out with keeping the blade activated and keeps it a little sharp, even though it's not a matter of actually sharpening the blade, because the blade is as sharp as it's going to get right now unless you sharpened it literally. But this keeps it with a sharp cut when you oil it. Because you can hear it hitting a little different with the oil. So I can come back over here and get this thick spot. Not following. Yeah, it's already looking really sharp. So let's go ahead and wipe off this excess. And one way to know like how clean your actual lineup is, or how much you've taken off, is look at, let me see if I can show you guys. If you can look at my hairline, you can see that there's a tan line right here. So that just comes with your hair overgrowing and being out in the sun. But one thing that does as well, which is really cool, is it makes your hairline look even sharper because it's a contrast effect. If you know what a contrast effect is, it's kind of like how waves are. The contrast of the brights and the darks in your waves make your hair look more contrasty, therefore giving it a more of a deep wave effect. And in this case, it's giving it more of a contrast and making your hairline look even more sharp. That's why you see people use like powders or like shaving gel that whitens up when you shave back, and it'll whiten up that hairline area. Now what I'm doing is getting rid of all of the hair that was under the hairline that doesn't come away from just tapping, because that's the overhang. Now I'm getting rid of the actual, like, this stubble, if you can call it that. And I do that by not only tapping to create that line, but also just like I showed you earlier, is going up and down like this, but just going to that line. And everybody usually has like very prominent hairline right here. That is like the tough hair to get out if you went up maybe like just a little bit, and that just comes from your hair just being really thick. So you'll see some stubble right there. A lot of people have a widow's peak right there. I don't have a widow's peak, but my hair does go down right there, and it shows. So I go over this a couple times, and that's what you want to actually go in with a razor blade. Now I'm going to tackle the side, which I'm going to brush a little bit, and then the arch. Little tip for when you're doing this area, you want to brush it towards the hairline. So, and I know that seems common or like common sense, but say that this down part, you want to brush it to the forward or to the front versus brushing it down, because if you're brushing it down, it's already going to look lined up, but you want it to be brushed out this way. So you could take out all the hair, so that say you're brushing your hair one day, after doing a lineup, you're going to see all that overhang. So it's all about the way you brush at this point. And obviously this, you just want to brush towards the hairline. All right, here we go. This is always the interesting part because you have to use both hands unless you're comfortable with using only one hand. But I use my right hand on my left side, I use the left hand on my right side. So let's go. And you have to and another tip I'd give you guys is when you're cutting this part, you want to turn your head as far as possible, but while being able to still look at the mirror, because then you could see the blade at a farther angle. So that's a little tip that I've learned. So I just do this by looking that way. And this one, I'll literally just go straight into it. Well, I'll tap first, just to cut any overhang. And then I'll slide into it. This creates a really sharp line. One thing that you'll know of this part though, is you want to constantly be brushing and taking out all the overhang. What this does is it makes everything thicken up. Alright, now working on the arch. Arch is a little interesting because you're like moving at the time of you actually cutting it. So let's do that. One thing that I like to do is I like to hit this corner piece, boom, right here, to make that angle really sharp, and then I work on the arch. And then from the arch, I work from the bottom, I go up, and then I arch it. And yeah, man, that's looking sharp. So you can see the difference that makes in just a short amount of time. Alright guys, now the next side. Now with this one, the only part I use my left hand on is on this top straight part, because it's just like, I can't get in there with this hand like that. It just doesn't work. So here we go. Brush a little bit, and I go in. Now I can 100% say that this side is always the hardest. I don't know why, but it's harder for me to look this way than it is for this way. I'm not exactly sure what that whole reason is. Alright guys, that's that as far as left hand. And like I said, you can do your right hand if you think you can actually do it, but for me, left hand is easier. So now I'm going to do what I showed you earlier with creating the arch. Guys, it's literally just like that, man. It's really simple, really easy. This is probably the best I've ever done my own lineup, just because I can see how sharp it is right now, like how clean it looks. And I mean, this is all around lineup, back as well, like I showed you guys. And I can say for sure that this was one of the easiest ones because everything's working out. I'm just gonna knock out and clean up some of these areas. And it's like, this is not a razor, not using a razor at all. If you don't feel skilled enough to use a razor, I can obviously do a video on how to use a straight razor for a lineup as well. If you guys want to see that, let me know down in the comment section, and I'll definitely do one. But you can see how it wasn't really necessary with my hair being this thick. Obviously with shorter hair, like if I were to use the razor right here, this would appear so much sharper, and on the back as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish shaving the rest of my face. But I don't know, I'm kind of feeling my facial hair right now, but the only bummer is that it doesn't grow in all the way. So let me take a look. Maybe I can let it grow in a little bit. Nah, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean shave. I know that my facial hair kind of makes me look a little older, but let's get rid of it. Alright, so I did all that with my T-out liners, and then now I go in with my Andes profiles, and then I balled everything out. Alright guys, I'm going to show you a trick on my hairline, because remember how I told you some of that hair is very prominent and it comes through? I'm just going to go ahead and hit this with my hairline. Because what this is doing is it's taking out any short hair, but it's not going to take out any of my thick hair. So yeah, all that did was take out all that hair that was on my skin and makes it look even more sharp. And it's not necessary anywhere else. But now I'm just making sure that I got everything. But you can find this on Amazon.com. I'll link this down below. And you can also find my T-out liners down below as well. Linking everything that I used today down below. They all work great. I love using all these products. I'm actually going to use another one right now. This right here is Brute Aftershave. And gosh, it feels so good because it just cleans everything. It's honestly probably the best aftershave you'll ever use. Splash on, so all you do is put it in your hand. I use a lot. Rub it together, and I just tap it in. It burns, but it feels good. Do it about 3 times. The reason I do this is because you don't want to get any, skin irritation. You don't want to get any pimples. That's the main reason why you get pimples after shaving, is if you don't basically sanitize your face. And the reason I tap everything in and not rub it is because I feel like it pulls too much into your pores. Like say if you got stuff into your hands that are dirty, or you got hair on your hands from cleaning your hair or cutting your hair, you don't want to push anything into your pores besides this cleaning solution. So I just tap it in and push it into the pores. I'm gonna wash my hands. Now after all that, one thing I'm gonna be doing is doing a clean on my face. And I usually always do this after I shave, is I'll go in the shower and then I'll actually wash my face with a scrubby, and then I'll show you my face wash. So this is CeraVe, it's a foaming facial cleanser. And this is honestly the best facial cleanser. Dermatologists recommend this, and I'm telling you, it's the best. And it's oil control. So if you have an oily face, this is perfect for you. And you wanna use this because it foams up and it cleans very well. They have another one that doesn't have oil control and it doesn't foam, but who wants to clean anything to where it doesn't foam? I'm gonna link this down below as well because I know this is very key to personal hygiene. But like I said, I'll use that in the shower and I scrub really good. And then after that, since I scrubbed really good and also that I shaved, I like to use apple stem cell serum with using the face lotion by CeraVe. So I'll use the daily moisturizing lotion by CeraVe, which is great. Both of these products are awesome, and I'm linking all this down below. And then, like I said, I mix it in with the apple stem cell serum. And you can get this from online. I got it locally. I'll read what it says in the back. It's anti-aging serum, utilizes stem cells to work in the skin to protect, rejuvenate, and repair skin cells. So if you've done a deep scrub or anything on your face, you want to use this. Or if you shaved, it works great as well because it rejuvenates your skin cells. And it also makes your face replenish way faster. So guys, these are all things that I use on the daily. So I'm linking everything down below, and I'm telling you, these are products that I literally use all the time. This video is 100% not sponsored by any products, and I just wanted to show you guys a few things that I use on the daily that help me out, get through my day, and make me look good and presentable the way that I want to present myself. So I'm linking all that down below, but if you guys do want to see a full video of all the products that I use, please comment down below that you would like to see that video. I really hope this video was helpful. You guys can see the lineup now compared to how it looked at the beginning. You can see the polar opposite, and these are just little things that you can do to make yourself look a little bit better and present yourself a little bit better. These are things that I do all the time, that I'm able to do myself versus going to someone to actually have them do it. It's always nice to be able to do these things yourself, just because I know for me, I don't like going and waiting. I don't like doing a whole bunch of driving around, all kinds of stuff like that. So then I just learn these things on my own, and I'm able to do it in the comfort of my own home. Especially with the times that we're in. This is very important, especially for you guys. That's why I want to teach you guys these things. And not only teach you, but give you the confidence, because that's probably the biggest part out of it, is just being confident to be able to do it. And if you mess up, it's okay. Literally the process of learning is to mess up, you know what I mean? Because we all can have great ideas, but you kind of mess your way up to the top a lot of the times. And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just get it and you learn it and you're really good at it. And this is probably one of those things. But you guys, final look. You can see how sharp my actual hairline is, and golly, it's looking clean. The waves are coming in really nice, which I'm super stoked on. That's really awesome, and I'm like really happy about. I wasn't sure how I was gonna look with 360 waves, but you can obviously see how everything's coming together. The lineup is looking so good. Lineup in the back is looking really good. I'm glad that I didn't fade it, because I'm liking the thickness of how the entire head is looking. So that's good. Guys, it's literally just as simple as that. You know, it's not the best lineup you're gonna see, but it's something that you can literally do yourself. I mean, it can eventually be the best hairline you see, because like me looking at it right now, I'm like, dang, this is probably the best hairline I've ever given myself. And everything looks even, looks clean. And of course, there's gonna be people that say it's crooked or anything like that, and that just comes with it. But hopefully you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget, all the products I used in today's video are linked down below. I really enjoyed making this video for you guys. So I'm gonna get back to my day. You guys go enjoy yours as well. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys do have an amazing day. Matter of fact, have a great day. Peace and God bless.